Hey everybody, as we stream, you all stream, we are live on Twitch. Make sure to check me out on YouTube as well. I got an offer too, so I'm going to do this live, getting into my email, which I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to do it because Scott was nice enough to give me this promo code. So I'm copying this. I partner with Thrive Fantasy, guys. Sign up today. All right. Sign up for a special bonus. Okay. We're going to do lineup review for week 7. I am struggling this year on cash games for some reason. I am, as they say, and I hate this expression too, the struggle bus. I cannot stand that. Make sure to follow me on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. I am on Instagram, Antonellis726. I'm on Twitter, @TheRadioMike. I'm a broadcaster for the Worcester Red Sox. I have a 26-year professional baseball career. This year got to the big leagues. I did some pre- and post-game for the Red Sox, including one those days. I was at Fenway for an entire broadcast, which was awesome. I'm also a background actor, and I work at Framingham State University in the alumni office. It's a long story why I was full-time in sports for 25 plus years, but didn't work out. But have a passion for video games, DFS, and I love to stream. This is always fun. I tell everyone, enter free contest. I've been playing some Madden streams too. I simulate Maddens. I threw one in today, quarter. This wasn't great. Yeah, and I've noticed in these Madden streams they play both quarterbacks. That seems to work. All right, let's start with FanDuel. FanDuel, I broke even. I got off to a really good start on my GPP because I had the double stack of Burrow, Chase, and Boyd. I figured Boyd being in the projections I had was about that. Same with Tennessee. I can't believe Tennessee was solo owned at home against Indy. I mean, that's not a great offense. I just thought it was a get right game. Those were my easy plays. So what I did was I triple stack, and there's this thing in the business where you do the bringbacks, but the bringbacks have not always been working for me. And in these smaller tournaments, I don't know if you need to bring up. In this one, the winning lineup did not have a bringback; only had a single stack. In these smaller squibs with 1,200 people, you don't have to be as aggressive in terms of in those big tournaments where there's 100,000. You kind of want to get less wrong. So one way you do it is a double stack with a return, and then a second a game stack. So you're not having to put so many different people in. So what I did was I did the double stack. I went against the grain a little bit. I thought London would have more of a game. I just figured, 35 points, and they still didn't throw the ball. I paired Henry with Tennessee. I mean, that worked. Fournette killed me. I mean, Noah Brown killed me, and Dulcich was fine. I should have played more chalk, though, for running backs. Jacobs, of course. But, so I that's a good score, 146. I did a few, $16 of cash games. Here they are. I did $4 of GPPs. This score, that's from last night. Showdowns. This lineup didn't do great, 110. This lineup was awful. I mean, holy crap. Um, 63 points. I mean, that was almost last. I did Jackson to Andrews with Donovan Peoples-Jones. I had Brees Hall, Craig Reynolds. Look at Gallup. I mean, there's a lot of GPP plays in here. It just didn't work out. You know, I don't really hate that team. My cash games were okay. I didn't do great in these 3-player leagues. Lost my head-to-head. But in these 20-man 50-50s, I did a good job. You know, 118, 120. That's going to cash every week. Basic construction was I went with. I like to do home favorites. I got to stick to that more. Even though Brees Hall worked out and he did get hurt in that game, it's still not a great play. Deebo Samuel's not a great cash game play. He's more of a GPP play. But, you know, I like the mix-in Jacobs, Dolchich at tight end, the Ravens at home, you know, cheap defense at home, 5% owned in 50-50s. And I went with, you know, I thought Lamb would be better. I thought Woods would be a little bit better. It didn't work out, but it still worked. Even though Geno Smith had an okay game, the Jacobs 35 points really propelled me. And, you know, the top scorer in this, 143, you know, had some duds too. So I kind of like that. DraftKings, I just struggled again. I cashed in GP. My GPP scores were unbelievable. I think some of the highest scores I've ever had. I had 189 in 2 of my 3 max entries. Then I do so I do $4, you know, out of $20. I do 80% cash games. So $4 in this was to me. I did the Burrow Chase to Hurst. I knew that'd be under owned. I ran it back with London. Didn't work. I did the Jacobs Cooks secondary stack. That didn't work. Cooks was under owned. I mean, Jacobs hit. Walker, I played as a standoff. And I thought Corey Davis, you know, at low ownership. Oh, I didn't realize he got hurt. But, you know, I was looking for some upside stuff here and with some of their receivers banged up. But, you know, that wasn't probably a great play. I cannot believe how many people just didn't play Mahomes. I don't know what it is sometimes with DFS. I mean, does San Francisco, do they still have that moniker, or is there a thing about them still because of their defense a few years ago? But this lineup, you know, killed. I was not even in the cash line when this game started, but I had Mahomes. You see how many points I got. 970, 98, 113, 128. I got 150 points in. I mean, I had 39 points going into that 4:00 game. You know, Chenault was a gamble at under 1. I thought they would be trailing. He's got in week 3. You know, I kind of was looking at that, but that's and with Anderson gone, and probably not a great play. They were better 3,000. As you look at, they were all Burrows that won, but I could have easily won with this lineup. You know, Mahomes and I paired it with the right, you know, Hardman and, you know, maybe Schuster would have been the play, but I didn't think anyone would have the Kelsey Kittle, and look at that Kelsey Kittle combination. I mean, that's a pretty good. I think, you know, I like this lineup. I mean, all under 10% except of Jacobs, which who cares? But Kelsey, and they ran Kelsey and Kittle out there at the end of the game to get them 100 yards. So I could have had, I would have gotten the bonus. So I could have gotten 8 more points. You know, would have brought me up to about 197. You know, I had a chance to get into this range. Still only one more dollar. But I like, I like that. Then my other team just didn't. This was a Herbert to Eckler to Williams. Ran it back with Metcalf. He got hurt. Um, just didn't have a lot of good stuff in this one. So cash games sucked. I'm struggling on here. I overthink it and I change my lineups. I like Geno Smith. I like Jacobs, but Fournette and Brees Hall probably not good cash game plays. This lineup just didn't work. Samuel too expensive. Carter was a dart. You don't play darts. So I just played 10-player leagues. This eliminates duplicate lineups. Solid. You look at this. Receivers. Not sexy, but target machines. A lot of targets here. So that was that. Still, 119 wasn't horrible. So I hope everyone had a great weekend and won some cash. And thank you for watching my lineup review.